It's still morning? Yep, kind of. Still kind of morning. Pretty bird. Mama needs to dump that pool and move it, baby. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys see what I do. This is the height of the heat. Come out around this time. Today it's not too hot, but it's definitely hot. And to help my birds cool down, I do this a couple of times a day. Start getting to the hotter temperatures. Pretty bird, come on, let's get out of the sun, baby. So Mama can go ahead and dump that pool and make you a colder pool. Come on. That water's warming up. It's been in the sun for like 2 hours now. Come on. Pibbert's not feeling very well. He's molting everywhere. Like he's completely... You guys can see his feathers look all messed up. He is molting. When they molt, they basically lose a lot of their feathers. You can see Squirt. She's looking like hell too right now. And it's uncomfortable for them. Like, this is not a comfortable... She's playing in the water. You playing in the water, baby? Here. Squirt decided not to. Pibbert, Mama needs to dump it and refill it. Come on. I know you want to play in the water. Come here, Bubba. Pibbert, don't be mad at me. I know you want the pool. Another pool. Look, they're all playing in the cold water, pretty bird. Come on, Mama needs to get this water dumped and get some new water. It's getting warm. Come on, Bubba. Come on. You're not gonna be able to cool down in this water. Get out of the pool. No, get out of the pool, Pibbert. Come on. Let's go, Pibbert. Thank you. He's gonna get mad at me. He does not like it when I dump his pools. Come on, babies. Go this way. The pool over here. There's more shade. Take this. I'll let you guys see how I cool down my birds. I also need to buy some water. I'm sorry, Squirt. Sorry, baby. So, one of the things I will do is I will change it to... No, not off. I will change it. Sorry, it's a lot harder one-handed. Change it to the strongest stream I can. And then I'll spray it straight up into the tree. And basically soak the tree. And by doing this whole area that is covered by these two big trees basically turns into an area that's misting every time the wind hits. I want to get it good up and in there. Lots of water. So if y'all don't have, if y'all don't have a mister and you simply do not have the money for it, but you want to cool down an area because you're working outside or you want to hang out outside and it's hot out, you can basically create your own misting situation. And I'm telling you guys, it drops the temperature in that area big time. Not only do you have shade now, every time the slightest bit of movement in a tree, like just tiny bits of drops of water will start falling from the trees, and it really, really makes a difference. And I do this a couple of times a day, and yes, my water bill goes up because I do this. But I mean, if you had a mister, then your water bill would go up too. So, but this is one of the things that I do. And I will do this to several trees. And I'm telling you guys, it feels great. Hanging out underneath this tree, doing chores or whatever, it continuously cools you down. And then the geese literally, like right now, they just walked away. They're being little butt heads. They're deciding to go somewhere else for whatever reason right now. But once I'm done with this, like, look, it's dropping down. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but... And I'll do this even if I'm like working somewhere underneath like a tree area or something, like it cools you down so well, and it helps so much. We're down in Texas, so the heat does get pretty brutal here sometimes, and I have a lot of birds so that live outside, and yeah, whether it's the chickens or the geese, they much prefer hanging out in the front yard during the hottest part of the day because, well, we got way more like shade up here in the front. And the geese won't go to the pond until it's later in the day. I'm almost done, guys. I mean, shoot, even the cats, they'll come hang out in the front yard. And I do pay attention and look around for things like birds' nests and such. Like, for an example, there's a bird's nest right above where the water's streaming right now. And even though that one is empty, trust me, I've checked, I will do my best to avoid that one. I don't want to damage it because I don't know if there's a bird that might be nesting later in the year that might want to use it. So I do my best not to directly hit it because, you know, I don't know, a bird could have been, you know, could have started laying eggs in there or could have hatched something out since I've checked it. And pretty sure cardinals were nesting in there before. But anyway, these are mulberry trees. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're amazing. They really create beautiful shade. Beautiful, big, strong trees. And yeah, this is one of the several things that I will do to cool down my animals and give them an area in the yard that is just cooler, nicer, more comfortable for them to hang out, so they can benefit. And it cools down the air. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It really makes a big difference. Like, this area right now feels much cooler, much fresher, just way better. And like I said, I really try to get up in there, get as much leaves wet and branches wet as I can do within about 5 or 10 minutes. And then I change the water pressure, and it's already so much different here in the front yard now. Like, it's way cooler now. And now I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick rinse. And I'm going to let this fill up. And then I'm going to take you guys to go get Goosies and show them the front so they can see that it's nice and cooled down. And so you guys can see the geese. I do not have the babies out today. Not right now. Because in all honesty, I'm not feeling my best right now. So I will be taking them out later once it's cooled down a little bit too. Because one of the things that's important too is I do need to keep them a little separate from the geese because the geese have not yet accepted them. Hi, babies. These are some of our juvenile chickens, our little babies that we hatched out from our neighbor's eggs. These all came from green eggs. So we will see if we will get any olive eggers here. But guess what? We might have gotten lucky with this hatch, and it looks like the white one is the only rooster we've gotten here. So we might have actually gotten over 50% female, which would be amazing. I'm not seeing any saddle feathers on these brown ones, and that's a big giveaway, is the saddle feathers. Spurs are actually not necessarily a giveaway. Spurs are like that spike that's at the bottom of their leg that they can kind of stab you with. Roosters can. I can tell you guys, I have a female who has a spur. So, see, here, that's another spot where my geese like to hang out. They're currently hanging out underneath the trampoline. It's another location that they enjoy hanging out, but I want to show them that I've got it cooled down. My water hose does not reach over here. Trust me, otherwise I would be spraying down this trampoline as well in this area. But they do like to go down here to hang out, the tall grass underneath, and, you know, the shade from the trampoline. They like it. Come on, babies. What are you doing? Hi. Hi. Guys, it's much colder in the front yard. Yes, poor bird. Yes, pretty bird. Yes. A couple other methods that I will use if it becomes really hard to keep the water cool in the front yard, even with the shade and like redoing the water, or like if the water hose water just gets too hot because we get too much heat, which happened last year. I will use ice from inside. So I will literally empty my ice box into the pools routinely throughout the day, multiple times a day, to continuously keep the water at least cool, and like keep it from being warm or hot. And then also another thing I will do is I will purchase watermelons and then put them in a freezer for like cut them into like fourths, and then I will put them in a freezer, not to freeze them completely, but just for a short time to kind of get them a little bit frozen. Then I will, with a cover, I will run some water over them to kind of just thaw the outside just slightly so there's no like freezer bite, burn, or whatever. Like, I don't know how to say it. So if they bite into it, it's not going to be like frozen right away, you know, like just thaw it just a tiny bit. And then, and I don't let it freeze all the way. I just let it really get really cold and just kind of get to that starting point. Kind of like, I guess like a slushy is how you could compare it. And then I'll bring it out for them and throughout like the hottest part of the day. But here's the thing. A lot of people forget that it's not just the hottest part of the day where we need to help them cool down. It's also at the end of the day, even though the temperatures are dropping, especially if you're living in hotter states like Arizona or Texas. See, these guys are all panting, well, you know, and trying to regulate their body temperature. And this is why I want them in the front yard where it'll be cooler and they can go sit in the cold water. But yeah, like I said, another thing that's really important is actually to help them cool down at the end of the day, because especially in the hotter states where night times don't really get cold, where they don't really cool down much anymore. Do you have a wasp's nest under there? Is that what you're doing? A little butt? Huh? Anyway, especially in those states where it doesn't really cool down that much, it's really important to help them kind of cool down their temperatures. Like if the temperatures don't drop too much in the evenings, or just in general after a hot day, even if the temperatures are going to drop, it helps them a lot, because something that generally happens is that because their bodies don't get a break, and this is not about making a huge change in their temperature, it's because if they don't get a break from the hot temperatures, they're significantly more likely to get something called a heat stroke. So it's important to help them cool down in the evenings. Now with waterfowl, you can really make a huge difference when it comes to just making sure they have cool, cold water to sit in. Not cold, like cold, but like cool water, like regular hose water cold, you know. And if you do that, they know how to cool themselves down. Another thing you can do is, if you can afford it, you can get yourself a misting system and just turn that on for like 20-30 minutes in the evenings, wherever they're hanging out, to help them cool down in the evening. Another thing you can do is to give them snacks, like I said, like watermelon, or cold veggies like kale, cucumbers, collard greens, romaine lettuce. If you make sure that you've had it in the fridge, that it's nice and cold, and then you bring it out to them so that they can eat it, it'll help them kind of cool down from the inside out. Again, you want to make sure that your stuff's not like frozen. You don't want to shock them. That's really important. You do not want their pool water or any of their things to be super cold. You want it to be cool, not cold. You don't want to shock their systems. You don't want to overwhelm their bodies. Like, you don't want to be putting an animal that's overheating into ice water. That will kill them. You don't want to do that to a human either. It's really important. There's a big misconception about ice baths when it comes to cooling down people, humans, when it comes to cooling down animals that are overheating. Yep, now we've got two over here, two wasps. Little butts, I think, are trying to build a nest, or they have a nest somewhere around here. Hey, babies, come on. I know you guys want to lay down. Come on, babies, let's go. Come on, let's go. I know, Mama's being mean. Let's go. Come on. Come on, babies, let's go. Come on. Come on, up. Let's go. Come on, up. Let's go, Bert. Come on, Layla. Let's go. Let's go, babies. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, babies. Come on. Come on, babies. Let's go. Come on, babies. Let's go. Come on. Out, out, out. Out we go. Come on. Come on. I know you don't want to, baby. Come on. Out. Thank you. Come on. We're going to the left. To the left, to the left. Come on, babies. Let's go. See, the rest of the gaggle will follow once you get some of them going. And they know. They know what we're doing. Let's go to the front yards, babies. Come on. Mama got everything nice and cooled down for you. Anyways, so, and yes, I'll make them go to the front because then they can realize the temperature difference. They can go to the nice cold water and watch. You'll probably see them go up to the water right away because it's nice cool water. I'm telling you guys, I'm dripping sweat. Imagine being covered by like the warmest winter jacket you can imagine while it's super hot out. Like, it's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Anyway, you can see they're going up to the water. It's nice and cool up front now. Oh, it really is so much better. I'm telling you, so much better. By the way, just a little side note. Hey, Melon. I never use my walking sticks or my herding sticks to touch my geese. I refuse to do that. I don't think that that's okay or right. Like, I don't like doing that. So, what I will do instead is I will, basically I use the stick to guide them, not to force them. This is not right. So now all we gotta wait for is that pool to fill up. Should have already been filling up all the way up till now, but apparently the way I had the water set up, most of it was spraying out and I was filling up the front yard. But yeah, so I'm working on making sure that the birds are cooled down. Make sure they have cool water. Hello, Shitrum. I hope I said that right. Anyways, yeah. And this will give them multiple locations of shade. It's much cooler up here. The wind blows better. We have lots of trees around that helps cool down the area. And I will go as far as like here in the border where the neighbor's land is at and everything else. Like, I will spray on all the grass here. I will spray down every tree I can, which really helps the overall area here to cool down and for them to get more comfortable. Fun fact, Canada geese in general seem to like elevated surfaces. Like, they like to climb up on stairs and such. What you getting, babies? What you getting? And one of the reasons why I record this is obviously kind of twofold. In one way, I'm trying to show you guys, hey, you know, this is how I cool down my birds. Maybe this will give you guys some ideas in case, you know, you need some ideas. Hi, Charlie. And on the other side, it's also me trying to show you guys, hey, these animals are not vicious. I'm able to interact with them and be around them and touch them, and they don't just randomly attack me. As you guys can see, Pretty Bird's mating season has pretty much, sorry, got a mosquito on me. The mating season pretty much is just about over. Pretty Bird's hormones are calming down. Right now, he's mostly moody because he is molting. He is losing his feathers. Kind of imagine losing all of your teeth basically at once and then regrowing all your teeth at once, but now all over your body. So, like, you got to remember each feather has that stem, and like they're regrowing all of those, creating these pin feathers that come out, and it's not very comfortable for them. So they're definitely uncomfortable, and it's not the best time for them. So yeah, they're going to be a little bit grumpy. They're not really going to want to be touched much, even if they're very cuddly normally. Even if you happen to have a goose that is very sweet, don't be surprised if during mating season and right after they are standoffish or even act defensive or even seem to be acting aggressive. This is not this is not anything towards you. This is not personal. These are simply their instincts. This is part of the process. If you own an animal, it's important to understand that they're going to go through different times in their lives, and they're going to go through different phases. Look at this. These little goofballs climbing up the stairs, messing with the tarp that I took off because of the big storm. What are you doing? Hi. Nope. Nope. We're not messing with that. Come on. Nope. Hey, Nadia. Hi, Rifki. Why, thank you for watching. Leo's being a jerk right now. Oh, I'm sorry. He'll probably calm down soon, though. It's probably just because... Gotta keep in mind, my mating season does have a different time frame, me being in Texas and all. So, you know, it does, it does have a different time pattern there. So that's most likely why my geese are calming down at this point pretty much, and like pretty much done at this point. Why Pretty Bird's calming down again. I don't know if you saw any of the other times during mating season when I was recording, but Pretty Bird, I was being extra spicy this year. Huh, Bubba's? Hi. See, this is pretty much normal. Just a little bit of nibbles, a little bit of nips. Rarely ever a bite, which is completely normal goose communication. A lot of people mistake this for biting. He's not biting. He's actually being very sweet. We got to keep in mind that these animals communicate differently. They don't have hands. They communicate and explore with their mouth. Basically, you can kind of compare it to a baby. If a baby puts your finger in their mouth, is it and like bites down? Is it because they're being bad, or is it because that's just instinctually like how they explore? It's how they find things, how they understand things, because they don't really know how to use their hands yet. It's kind of the same way, just with the difference is that birds don't have hands, they have wings. So their mouth is a major tool for them. It's used for everything. It's used for eating. It's used for grabbing things, for moving things. It's used for building their nests. It's used for foraging. And it's used for cleaning their feathers and for preening and for taking care of themselves. So their beaks are, you know, a major tool for them. And it's not personal when they nibble on us. Yeah. And I bet Leo might even be starting to molt too. And it's probably uncomfortable too with that. I mean, I definitely see a big difference. Like, I mean, look at Pretty Bird's feathers right now. They're all raggedy, all torn up because they've been pulling on them and messing with them. And all of the geese have some raggedy feathers to some extent. Squirt! Oh my lord. This poor little girl. She's got a major molt happening. Look at all that. Little girl is looking rough right now. You're still beautiful though. Right, Squirt? Yes, Squirt. You're still the prettiest, little, cutest little goose in the whole wide world. It's looking like we may have found Squirt a friend. We may have. Super nice lady. The plan is for her to transport a little cackling baby down to me, potentially next week, all the way from up north, but not shipping, transporting. So she's moving it herself. I need to go ahead and turn off that water real quick. Actually, you know what? I might actually do something different. Here, hold on, babies. Watch out, Pibbert. Mommy needs the water hose. Excuse me. Scuzzy. You're okay. Hold on. You're okay. I use this setting on my water hose to kind of spray down areas. But yes, this yes. And I think it's easy to forget that too, because the molting process, it does start before we can see it. So like they're starting to molt and we don't even see it yet. Just like with the teething thing, we're kind of questioning, like, are they? Like, is the baby teething? Is it not? Because in the beginning, when they just start kind of chewing down on everything, but there's nothing visible yet because it's underneath the gums still. I imagine it's very similar to that for the geese, because they're, you know, having these pin feathers that have to grow in from under their skin. Right, babies? Huh? What you doing, little foot? Huh? Hi, Dino. Dino's been very territorial this year. Yeah. It's her first year for laying eggs. She's been laying a lot of eggs. Guys, I've had way too many eggs. These girls need to knock it off. I've actually had a hard time getting my geese to stop laying eggs. And this is actually not a good thing. This is a bad thing, because making eggs takes a lot of nutrients from them. So there's been a lot of supplementing happening here, and a lot of like trying to make sure that they're okay, that they're not losing too many of their minerals and everything, because it is not good for them to be laying eggs too long. What are you doing? Excuse you. I know it's nice and cool in there. Mama needs to put the fence back up. But yeah. But yeah, everybody's doing well. I will be very happy to come live on YouTube again soon. I'll try to do it this evening if I can. I haven't been feeling too hot, so we'll see. But I'll try to do it this evening and let you guys see Dodo again. Dodo is gorgeous, big and beautiful, curly feathers. She turned out to be a saddleback Sebi. And then I don't know if I've come live on YouTube. I know I've been live on Facebook with my little new bar-headed goslings. They've been with me for a couple of weeks now. But yeah, I got really, really lucky. Found a super nice lady up north who has bar-headed goslings, who breeds them. She has a gorgeous, massive aviary. And little side note, when I leave the water on like that, sometimes there are geese that actually choose to walk into the water, and sometimes they don't. So it's kind of funny how that, like, some of them actually like it and enjoy it, but usually they don't like it when it's too close. Like, they'll go play with the water, as you can see Peach is doing right now. And that's why I will leave the water on for a little bit sometimes. See, and they're trying to mess with it. Because that's the other part that people don't realize, is that geese are actually very, very playful, curious, mischievous little things. And this is part of the reason why so many of us who own them end up falling in love with them, because you get them thinking they're just gonna... My goodness, Dinah, are you okay? See? And clumsy. Very entertaining. Anyway, but Pibbert. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I found a really nice lady. I really did not expect to be able to get bar-headed geese anytime soon. I thought that wasn't going to happen for a couple more years, because Well, basically, most people don't sell bar-headed geese as goslings. They usually sell them as adults. And so I was going to be needing to, I don't know. I much prefer introducing goslings than adults. It's just something that I prefer doing. It gives me time to introduce them. The gaggle gets used to them over time much better, and it just, in my opinion, is easier that way. And so with these little ones, yeah, I got them when they were about 7 to 10 days old, and they've been with me, and they're starting to grow their little feathers. And yeah, I have a pair of bar-headed goslings, and that pair is a male and a female, and they are not related. So they are fully capable of mating with each other safely, and producing healthy offspring, assuming that everybody is good and healthy and capable, and they choose to, because as some of you know, I don't separate my geese during mating season. I don't control how they mate. Now, in the future, I may, if I get a breed that is endangered. I also don't force any matings. So, like, here's the thing. Geese naturally, generally, will mate with whom... Little squirts going off. She answers the roosters. That's her favorite rooster right there. Wait, let me show him to you. Where is he? Where'd he go? Popcorn! Come here, Puck. Popcorn! Popcorn! She loves chasing that rooster around, and then she also likes hanging out with him. It's like a love-hate relationship she has with this rooster. I'll show him to you guys in a minute. Here we've got Pretty Bird foraging away with one of his Canada Goose buddies. Got Squirt coming into the frame. Oh, there he goes. There goes Popcorn. So, basically, the point I was trying to make is that bar-headed goslings generally are not sold as bar-headed geese. It's very hard to find them as goslings. So when you do, it's like, that's amazing. So I found somebody who sold them as goslings, who has a beautiful facility, who has very healthy animals, who treats them amazingly. She imprints them at the beginning, so they are human imprinted when they arrive at my home. They're very sweet little babies, and I will be introducing them to you guys if I haven't yet, but either way, I'll be bringing them onto YouTube live soon. And also, their names. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Charlie, Blue, Littlefoot, Petrie, Dino. We kind of have a little bit of a dinosaur theme going on. Now, I know Pretty Bird and Squirt and Layla and Peach don't really fit in there when it comes to the names, but kind of going forward, we've kind of been sticking to that whole dinosaur theme mostly. Just because we like it. We think it's funny. We think it's cute. So we decided to name the two little bar-headed goslings Godzilla and Mothra. So we've got little Godzilla and Mothra that are now our new members of our family. And then, of course, Dodo, which is our Sebastopol gosling that is now a Sebastopol juvenile. And Dodo, of course, is based on the dodo bird, the prehistoric dodo bird. So we kind of go with that theme. We like it. It's cute. It's funny. We like to do kind of themes in that way. But again, not all of our birds are named that way. Mostly our domestics are not, and then Squirt, or domestic mixed, Pretty Bird, Layla, Peach, and Squirt are the only ones that don't have a dinosaur inspired or dinosaur themed name. Hi, Ducky. Hi, Ducky. Ducky, Ducky, Ducky. Thanks, Layla. I appreciate your refreshment. As you guys could see, they enjoy splashing me. But anyways, these guys are foraging for grit over here. And we've got these guys over here splashing in the water. So the only goose that actually hisses at me is Peach. Peaches. Come here. Peach has always been this way from the get-go. Peaches. Peaches. What is it, baby? Come on. Manya. I am in the U.S. I'm in Texas. And it's somewhere in the middle of the day right now. Texas time. I'm not 100% sure what time it is right now. But yeah. I just wanted y'all to get to see the goosies. See that Canada geese are not these evil, horrible beings that are just going to attack you for no reason, that are just so mean. Who are you? Are you my ducky? Hi, ducky. No way, you're not ducky. You are... Let's see you. Yes, you're Sarah. Hi, Sarah. So 5 of my geese are named after Land Before Time geese. You're my ducky. Hi, ducky. Ducky, ducky, ducky. Hi. Hi, Littlefoot. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, BBs. And if you have geese, you literally don't need to buy treats. You can literally just do this kind of stuff and just hang out with them and forage with them and just give them pieces of grass that you know they like to eat, and they will appreciate it. Yes, your babies. Yes, my babies. And not all my geese like to be touched much or like to be cuddled. This is just how they are. They have their own preferences on what kind of interactions they like or dislike. Right, babies? Pretty Bird and Squirt decided to leave, so the rest of the gaggle's going, what the heck's going on? And I don't know why Pretty Bird's doing that lately. He kind of just walks away sometimes lately. That's just what he's doing. Don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to be heading back in. It is pretty hot out here. It's definitely not as hot over here in the shade, which, like I said, it helps the geese a lot to cool down. The water is nice and cool. We've got shade all over here that they prefer. Everybody's probably going to head out to the trampoline again now. Let's watch Dinah walk through the water. Nope, she's going to avoid it. All right, babies. Behave yourselves. Mama loves you. Mama loves you. You guys see that head shake they're doing? You can see them shaking their heads. That head shake. You guys see that? That one keeps doing the head shake. That head shake is actually a sign, a way of communicating for geese That basically means, hey, let's go, let's get going, I want to leave, or I have an idea of where we should hang out, or I know something you don't know and let me go and show you. Basically, it just means, hey, guys, let's go. And this is something that is very common in Canada geese. I'm not sure if other goose breeds do this, but Canada geese definitely do it. And here, let me show you guys Squirt's rooster. This is Squirt's favorite rooster. This is the rooster she hangs out with when the geese are at the pond and she chooses not to go. Hey, Popcorn. This is Popcorn. What'd you find, baby? What'd you find, Popcorn? He's one of our little frizzles. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Come here, you goof. Hey, Popcorn. My sweet boy. Popcorn is a very sweet rooster. He's very tame, very sweet. He's a little over a year old now, I think. Yes, Popcorn. Yes, buddy. My daughter hand raised this guy. And she is a phenomenal caretaker when it comes to animals and raising them up. She's very good at it. Hi, Mama. Hi, Popcorn. Yes, you did a good job telling everybody where the food is. Mama will go get you some more food. Love you, Bubbas. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, top off the animals' feed, and then go inside. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yeah, Nadia, that's usually, I think it's pretty much a Canada Goose thing. I'm not sure if any other wild breeds do it though, but I know it's a Canada Goose thing. But yeah, but yeah, it's a cute thing they do when they say, hey, let's go. But I enjoyed, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the birds. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up. It's just a bowl I'm using for water right now. And bring that over to underneath the trampoline, just so they have some cool water to drink while they're hanging out over there. Because, well, I don't want them dehydrating, and it'll help them cool down a little bit while they're laying over there. I don't know what it is about that trampoline, why they always want to hang out there, but they do. That's where they like to hang out. And I'm going to make sure that everyone's food is refilled, and that I'm going to go ahead and, yep, I know, baby chickens, I'm sorry. So go ahead and cool this down a little bit. Moisten that area. Help little youngster chickens. Go ahead and turn this back to not so rough of a stream. Now, rinse it out. Fill this up. But interesting fact though, Nadia, if you want to try it out, the sound they make is like, like that's the sound they make. It's like a, and then, excuse me, bug tried to go in my nose. And then they, after making a sound, they will then, basically their head will go up, around and up. So it's like they will kind of do a swing like this. And if I do it with my head and I say it, like make that sound, my geese generally will follow me. Like everybody else will start doing it too. And I didn't start doing this until, I don't know, a couple months ago. A few months ago, not a couple, but a few months ago I started doing this. And it works. And this is something I like to try and experiment with. Sorry, I'm awkwardly carrying water while holding my phone, while also trying not to spill the water. And it's a very awkward bowl because it's like not sturdy. So it's like, I don't know, not the bestest bowl in the world. Here you go, babies. Here, babies. See? I knew they'd like it. I knew they'd be happy about it. Anyways, so like I said though, I like to test out certain sounds, like certain things my geese do, and see if it works for me, if I copy it, to see if they'll recognize it as the same meaning. And most of the time they do. So yeah, just saying, if y'all don't, if anybody who's got geese doesn't worry about looking weird to the neighbors, because I don't, don't care. You guys can try it out and see how it works for you guys. See how the birds respond to you guys basically using something that, because the thing I've realized with my geese, because I do have a mixed gaggle of multiple different breeds, species, whatever you want to call it, is that their language seems to be universal, at least to an extent. So they do seem to understand each other, even though they're using their own version of communicating. They do seem to understand each other when it comes to the different dialects that they have. That's kind of how I see it. I don't think they speak different languages. I believe that geese speak different dialects. If you look at goslings, they all do the twirling thing, and they all sound almost identical to each other. And I think that's with good purpose, like good reason. Hold up. Anyways, I believe that they have a good reason for that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head inside now. Go get food. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing the birds and found it entertaining to see them being their goofy selves. They're still hanging out underneath the trampoline. This is where they like to be for periods of the day. Don't know why they choose that spot over the colder spot, but you know, they got several acres to roam, including a pond, and they do whatever they want to do. So I finally got, I don't know if y'all can tell, that green fence in the background. I finally secured the fence all the way up here, so they haven't been escaping anymore, which has been nice for a change. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. I'll try to remember to get back on here with the goslings so y'all can meet them. All right, bye.